This is not an FR-S. Though we have had many an FR-S in recent past, this is not one of them. It's an FR-S for grown-ups, bearing the badge of the company that actually built it. This is a Subaru BRZ.
Hi, it's Ariel with Auto City in El Cajon, San Diego's award-winning used car dealership, and this is a 2016 Subaru BRZ Limited in glacier white pearl with a black interior. The seats, a mixture of red stitching, black leather, and black Alcantara, or rather faux leather and Alcantara. I don't really know, I don't really care. They're fantastic. This car has just over 12,000 original miles and gets 30 miles to the gallon highway. It has a 2-liter, 4-cylinder, dual overhead cam, naturally aspirated boxer engine that earns 200 horsepower and 151 foot-pounds of torque. Its rear-wheel drive has a 6-speed manual transmission, and driving this car today was a very bad idea.
Why? Because it's amazing, and now I want it for myself. I could sit here and tell you how this collaboration between Toyota and Subaru came to be, which parts of the car belong to Subaru and which parts to Toyota, but odds are you're watching this on YouTube, which means you have access to the internet. And if you really want to find out more about the history of this joint effort, there are more knowledgeable sources than I for such information. I will say that the credit for this car's low-slung, perfectly balanced horizontal boxer engine very much belongs to Subaru. And anybody who knows anything about cars knows what makes these engines so unique. And this one was engineered to be even lower to the ground and further back than even that of the WRX, giving this car an ultra-low center of gravity. At first glance, there is virtually no difference between the BRZ and the FR-S, or rather the former FR-S, as Scion is no more. However, the Toyota variant lives on as the 86, which has been around in other world markets since 2012, but is new to the US. Aside from badging, the only real noticeable differences between the Sub, the Scion, and the Toyota are the front fascia, with different grills and headlight assemblies. The BRZ as well sports this faux fender vent. Ironically, the fenders on the 86 feature the Boxer logo, which is representative of the engine built by Subaru. How meta. The BRZ is considered to be the grown-up's choice, as it's supposed to have more of an upmarket feel over the millennial-focused FR-S, which only came as a base model. But this limited edition includes features like adjustable xenon headlights, dual-zone climate control, and heated seats, with leather bolsters. I checked. They are real. Also, a rear spoiler, proximity door locks, and push-button start. And according to Wikipedia, some of the suspension components are different. The BRZ is slightly lower and slightly softer, which means it's less prone to oversteer. But no FR-S ever made my pulse race quite like this car.
I have the AC on full blast, but I am sweating nevertheless, just because of the thrill this car gives me simply driving it down regular city streets. The shifter has a very tight, almost gated feel. The notches are very close together, yet it's very forgiving, almost predictive. It kind of knows where you want to shift, and it won't let you mess up. It's fun and also kind of educational at the same time.
This is not a particularly practical car, not the ideal all-rounder. The trunk can't fit more than light weekend luggage, and while it technically has a back seat, it's really only roomy enough for very small children without any legs. Also, it can be quite challenging to get in and out of. But who cares about that stuff? At 30 miles to the gallon highway, it's not an unreasonable daily commuter for one. A car where maybe avoiding traffic and instead opting for the scenic route is a more ideal choice.
And there are some really great features about this car that would make it a comfortable daily driver. The controls are easy to access, the knobs are very simple and manageable. Visibility is surprisingly good, and these sports seats are tremendously comfortable. It's sporty and loud without being too loud. There's road feel, there's tire feel, there's an exhaust note, there's an engine note, but it's not deafening. It's not gonna kill me after a 40-mile commute. I like this car. This is a great feel car. There is very little between the driver and the engine. Speaking of the engine, take a look under this hood. The engine bay is clean, simple, and open. There's no plastic coverings, there's no guesswork. Everything's very accessible. It's almost as if the good folks at Subaru were just inviting the tuning community to modify these cars. It harkens back to a sports car era where cars were easy and fun to work on yourself. This 2-liter 4-cylinder engine is not a super powerful engine. It's a blank canvas on which to build your dream car. Plenty of room for a supercharger.
This is not speculation. This is fact. Just look at the exhaust cutouts on the rear bumper. Way bigger than the stock muffler tips. They knew you were going to go ahead and throw some aftermarket tips on this thing. They knew. Mods on these cars can be as complex as a complete engine teardown and rebuild, with intricate superchargers, carbon fiber air intake components, bolt-on body kits, big rear wings, or something as simple as new wheels.
Or you can just buy it, drive it, and enjoy it as is, just as I'm enjoying driving it right now.
Stock is a popular choice as well. When speaking with the community of BRZ, FR-S, and 86 enthusiasts, about half of the owners have modified their cars while the other half keep theirs fully stock, because it not only makes for a great track car, but also a fun, reliable daily.
It might only have a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, but again, there is virtually nothing between myself and that engine, and that's what counts. This is not a speed car. It's a feel car. Oh, and it handles freaking great, by the way.
Both automakers have had some real great stake in the sports car game, but currently there is no more Subaru SVX, no more XT Turbo. We have the WRX, which is sublime, but it's not a sports coupe. It's an Impreza on steroids. At Camp Toyota, they keep threatening us with a new Supra, but we're yet to see it. In the world of Toyota and Subaru, this is all we have right now, but it carries the Japanese sports car torch with pride and perfection, maintaining two legacies with clean, fun simplicity. I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's the make sports cars great again sports car. This is a car on which both automakers can don their badges with great pride. Now, if I had to pick between a Toyota 86, Scion FR-S, and a Subaru BRZ, I'd take the Sub. Why? I don't know. I would. Subi Nation. This totally counts.
If you'd like to come take a look at this car, or any other cars we have in our award-winning lot, come see us in El Cajon, or visit us online at goautocity.com. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Take it easy.
Auto City.